Hey everybody, Nicole K here, your big sis, Heyoka Empath, here talking to my fam, my first number one fam, and just, I hope you can forgive me. I have been concentrating on my TikTok following. It's growing each day. Please, if you want vids like a couple times a day and just like inside bang, 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 hit me on that plateau. It's called, my handle is I Love Heyoka. Now, I've decided, I know I've been a little bit shy with you because I didn't know how much the interest would really be there. But for those of you, because I'm fully eligible now to go live and answer one-on-one. So if there are a whole bunch of you, it's gotta be at least 30 people, because my energy is very precious to me, then please, in the comments, let me know you're in. Let me know a best date for you and the best time range, and then I'll look into making that happen, okay? I think it's a long time coming, and I think it's gonna be fucking fab! I'm gonna talk all about Heyokas in their relationship patterns, what makes our relationship patterns a little bit more interesting than the normal people, and how the blade, the gifted blade that we've been born with, how we slice ourselves up until we are initiated into the state of grace where we can just have it applicable just to heal people. Right now, the side of the blade that is most shiny is towards yourself. So you are blind and slicing yourself. We're going to flip it so that you can blind all the motherfuckers who are trying to cut into the fabric of your life. And I'm going to let you know that there's not a multiple amount of reasons, but there's one, and I'm going to hit that in the nugget. But for today, I'm going to address why it's so difficult to leave our ex. There's just a few reasons, and I'm going to give that to you right now. Then you can fucking repeat and listen, and then things will go smoothly. Sorry, gentlemen, I'm going to address my ladies first, okay? All my vaginas get addressed first, so I'll deal with you guys at another time, but if at all applicable, just take what is useful to you. So number one, I need you to understand, and this is why you also need to be very, very careful, who you build memories with. Every connection, every person that you form a connection, aka relationship, you are giving permission for the energy to flow back and forth between the both of you. You're giving that permission right from the fucking get-go. So you need to also understand that the memories that you start building with whomever you decide to connect with, it's not an easy thing to have that leave your system. And the reason being is because energy lives in the cells. It lives in the cells of your body because it's stored in water. How did we get this? Very simple. Very simple. There's a pseudoscientist, Japanese man called Dr. Emoto. A lot of you probably have heard of him, but maybe you didn't connect the dots. So let's connect them right here and now. When he did an experiment with 3 glasses of water, and he put them in each room, and then in one room he had hideous satanic songs played and cursed out that glass of water, and left in a separate room. In another room he played Mozart, which would put me to sleep. So let's say he also played, something sultry and sexy, but he definitely said, I love you, you mean the world to me, and all those beautiful, amazing things. In the third room with the third glass, he left it dark, he left it barren, he didn't pay any attention. And what he did after he did this for a day or two is he wanted to see if the molecular structure in the water would change. So he froze the water. And the hideous sounding water, that molecular structure it turned to like hideous blobs. Like it definitely looked like a scary movie. The loving water that was adorned and doted upon, that looked like majestic snowflakes. That's what that molecular structure looked like. And the third one, which never, like no one paid attention to, just flatlined. Okay, like it was numb and dead. So what does that say? That says that water holds memory. It remembered what was said. It remembered and it held the energy. And no, you cannot cut off your arm or your foot or your head just to empty out the water, take out his energies, and you cannot drink a ton more water and dilute it. It has a passage of time. And for me, if you want to see more vids on that, on my TikTok channel, I call it the desert walk. It's kind of like when Moses had to take all his people away from the rest of the lower vibration, energetic people that were fucking each other and holding all kinds of gold statues and worship and all that. He took his people and he walked into the desert, of which the other people said he was crazy. And the reason why they walked 40 years is because God wanted the generations after generation after generations to let go of that low vibrational energy. So to me, it's like a walk in the desert. So it'll take about 2 years. It can be a little quicker, and it will not go faster if you go away to some mountain and roll in the mud and talk to a squirrel for 2 years. And you think you're all done with it, and yeah, you've diluted the pain, but you have not built up on feminine energy. So you're great as long as you keep talking to a squirrel and you don't have a guy in your life. But A, you will not attract your divine masculine, and B, you're still in the same energy of deficit. So you're going to still attract a weaker man, a toxic man, a man under par, a man who questions your own feelings. This is like a live. That's what I'm saying. If I'm doing a live, it's going to be at least 2 hours, 3 hours long. You'll get all your questions answered. Just leave it in the comment. And so one of the ways that it's difficult for us to leave an ex is the memory that's contained in our water, because we've built memory. The second one is what I just touched upon, is you're in deficit. So your value of self is not there. It has never been there. It's not that he took it away. He took what little was there. But you have never had divine feminine energy, especially if you're an empath, and especially if you're a Heyoka and you're suffering. Never. Which is exciting! That's like having a key into this fucking door palace of fucking magic. And believe me, I'm going to take you there. I know the way. And so, because you're empty, here's the thing. You're going to draw in other empty energies. You do not have the urge, and you do not have the excitement energy, which is feminine energy, Empress energy, to be in that eager space of, okay, I know he was a dickhead. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I know that life sent me this trait, that trait, all the things I love about him, except this and this and this, what, sucked. And so I'm going to say no to him. I'm saying no to life. Recall, he wasn't quite baked, wasn't quite ready. So I want all the same traits, which life is going to send you now, and an upgrade. Minus his fuckery if you change your energies, because you attracted what you are, which is infantile energy, feminine energy, frozen. Little girl operating out of fear, masculine energy, overdrive attached to the brain, which is wired not to love, wired for survival. So you've been a good soldier. It's all about how much could you put up and shut up. How much could you bleed and keep going? And a lot of you are like, yeah, I can tolerate a lot of pain. Like, that's a fucking reward. That's a suicide mission. Pisses me off. That's how manipulated you are. So as long as you are empty, not filled of self, not filled of feminine energy, because again, masculine energy overdrive, which is why you attracted those guys, is about your value system being about how much you can suffer. Your value is about how much you can suffer. Soldier mentality. Feminine energy is about who you are. The value, the gem, the jewel of who you are. Who you are, how many lives you've touched, and you've touched many. What your energy does to the planet. That's feminine energy, but you're nowhere near the vicinity if you're in pain. And so when you have that energy, you're like an eager little girl's like, I can't wait to see what's next. I can't, like when you have a camping trip, you're not sleeping all night thinking, oh my God, the bugs are going to eat me alive. No, you're fucking packing your lunch, packing your sock, packing your flashlight. You can't wait till the next day. That's feminine energy present, because you're in present time, masculine energy. You're living and guiding yourself off frozen feminine energy, a little girl feeling bad. So if you feel bad, you have a seed of guilt. And guilt's only job, guilt seeks punishment in every relationship, every life scenario, every fucking happenstance. So it has to hit you in the head. You're not even here. You're a fucking ghost. You're living in past life energies. And you are triggered by living in feminine frozen energies, which is a wounded little girl. Now, if you want to unlock that shit, because I look into past life energies, come to me on a one-on-one. Because right now, you're like a magnet hitting the same wall, hitting like a choo-choo train with a magnet underneath, hitting the same wall. Because the control box is in your past. A little girl, but that's not your real past. Your real past is your past life. That's where your past life energy is, where the control box is. When you don't have that insight to know that all the landmines and the sinkholes and the fuckery that's going on in your life that you've suffered forever in 300 fucking days, that's where it's appearing to let you know you haven't separated like tissue paper to know that you are still walking in the energies of your past life. You're not fucking here. You're not present. So the control box being there, you have to keep having the same situation, different style of person. So that's the second reason. Feminine energy isn't high, so you don't have this exuberance of eagerness, and I can't wait to take a bite out of life and see what happens now, blah, 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 blah. So, and the third reason it's hard to leave is because every single woman that's in masculine energy overdrive. Where was I going with this? Yeah. Will give too much, overgive, and then have to secure by giving a lot more once you have him in order to prove your worth, because again, it's your values about what you can do. Masculine energy is about what you can do. Feminine energy is a receiving energy. It's about who you are and your entitlement to receive. It's also a passively magnetic energy to pull in everything, everyone, and every circumstance that your inner being is entitled to, propelling you forward towards the joy of it, unlike motivation, which is pain driven. That's why a lot of movie stars and actors and athletes, once there's no more pain in their life, they crumble and fall, because pain is a kickstarter. But when your motivation is fueled by pain, you're a miserable fuck if you don't have pain. So you have to sabotage it. But feminine energy is everything your inner being is entitled to, pushing you forward, inspiring you to go here and here. It never fucking stops. So when you're in masculine energy overdrive and you give too much too soon and then overgive to keep him, because you have to overgive, so you think to secure him because of your own self, feminine energy, you have no value. You're not in that territory. It's hard to let that guy go when the ratio of given has been 5-1. 5, you give 5 attention, affection, sex, money, all that to the one little crumb he's given. That ratio, you want to go back. You can't let go because you want your energy back. That's why when an ex does come back, can you let it go? Because it gives you that illusion that you've received your energy back, especially when he's deflated as fuck, because he's choked, because you're not supplying him anymore. So I hope that hasn't been too long for right now. For those that are interested, I am also starting to hold, starting October 28th, this fucking week, 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. EST time, Divine Feminine Energy Master Classes. $65 US. Come 1 time, come 3 times. No fucking commitment. Come test the fucking magic. The biggest thing in order for you to live out, not tap dance through, live out of feminine energy and have a completely different chapter is to take out pain. You need the spiritual insight to take out pain, because only that unlocks pain, shame, guilt, and blame, the energies of it. It's not like going to a shrink where you get that data, that data, that data. And you're like, all this data, but your energy hasn't changed. So if you want that, come to my classes, NicoleK.com. Just go to my site or hit me up for a one-on-one. It's best that you know your past life energies. You do not deserve to be without that knowledge and suffer. Bye for now.